Well, here we are, guys. Welcome to another episode of The Hunt for Bronze. I haven't actually filmed an intro, so you get an intro here with one of my good mates. Great body, great fisherman,
Great beard.
better dude.
Great beard.
Great beard. Well, I wasn't going to say that because I feel a bit emasculated. But anyway, please do go across, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Today we're at AFTA. I'm doing a different AFTA take because everyone will do the same thing where they will go over all the things in the show. But what I want to know, I want to get the opinions from tournament anglers, fishermen, fisherwomen, YouTube personalities, TV personalities, anyone in the business to tell me some things about, I guess, the show and in general. So first up, Keegan, socials, who are you, what do you do?
Well, I'm Keegan, great beard, like we covered just before. Keeghan Painter, obviously TT, pro angler. Fish for bass. I'm a bass guy, I'm a freshwater guy, so I fish all the ABT tournaments and all the Queensland freshwater fishing tournaments. If you want to jump over to all of my stuff, it's Keeghan Painter Fishing, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, obviously. That's a little bit about what I do.
And that'll all be linked below, so don't worry if you did not catch any of it. Actually, there'll probably be a link here to his socials, probably his YouTube channel anyway, about crutch height for both of us. So, all right. The crux of this, what is your favourite product on the TT stand?
So, without a doubt, the favourite product on our stand this year is something we've just released. It's something that's really near and dear to me, and that is it's a blade, but not just a blade. We call it a switch prawn, so we've got a prawn blade. Everything eats a prawn, so we thought, cool, we'll throw it into a blade, and yeah, it's really cool, man. We've worked pretty hard on it to try and nail it and nail the colours between natural and bright, and yeah, really excited about it.
Yeah, unreal. Where is it? Get us one. Grab us one. Show the people at home. So what do we got? Oh, here's one I prepared earlier. Here's a camera. All right. Oh, we don't need that in it. All right, so there we have it. It is a couple of sizes?
Yeah, we got 3 sizes in them, ranging from a 5.5 all the way up to a 13. So we sort of got a small, medium, and heavy. Yes,
Gram?
yeah. Kilo. Big
well,
one.
I was going length. Is it? What's the length? You know, we all want to know about length. What's the smallest one length?
Dude, I don't know.
All right. Anyway, I just love putting them under pressure. We're actually
Just go by grams, man. There's too many numbers.
We're quite good mates. I would assume so, unless he, you know, after this he says that.
Maths.
Anyway.
Maths isn't a strong point of mine.
All right. This video is going to go forever if I'm going to be here doing all this to everyone. So, all right. Now, controversial question. Probably going to get a few people undone and a few people not wanting to answer this. But other favourite product at the show doesn't have to be fishing wise. Could be a Yeti for all I care. But your other favourite product released at this show?
I mean, honestly, where's Gareth? Oh no, Gareth's right behind me. Look, I'm going to get in trouble. I actually really like the Rapala Crush City plastics. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, cool.
The stuff that they got it's cool.
Yep. And the reason why I asked this question, I'm going to pose it to everyone, is because at the end of the day, we're all anglers here. You know, we all love fishing, we all love new toys, and something that goes in is a lot of bias towards a product that you're sponsored by. That doesn't mean the other products aren't good, so it's good to hear other people have an opinion on it. You know, just because, you know, you're sponsored by a certain brand doesn't mean you don't like the look of other brands or don't like the look of other things. Certainly myself, I stretch out and try to do as much different stuff as possible, especially lately. I'm currently in the middle of editing a jerkbait video, which is going to take about over an hour, but I've gone through and tested 11 different jerks. So, kind of one of those things. And our final question for this part is live scope, yes or no?
Yes.
And there you have it. No opinions, just truth.
Do it.
Do it?
Just do it.
Do it. All right. Thanks, Keegan. Good to see you again, mate.
Thanks, man.
We're going to have a beer soon.
Yeah.
All right. To the next stand. All right. So here we are at the next stand with America's latest fugitive, the border runner from down under. Here I am with name and who you are, what you do.
My name's Tommy Ward. I'm fresh off parole out of Hawaii, so I pretty much just love barra fishing and went over to America just recently chasing largemouth and had a good trip, but not so good trip in the last one, but yeah.
Now, rumour has it you're the only Opens winner that's an Australian. Is that true?
Yeah, mate. Got lucky. I did four Open events over there and managed to cash a check in every one. Had no expectations, just wanted to cash a check in one and got that win. It was just great to hold that trophy above with the Aussie flag on my shoulder. So.
Bloody perfect. All right, so tell me, where can we find you? On socials, YouTube, website, what do you got?
I've got a website, Tommy Wood Fishing. I'm selling some jerseys on there to help me get back over to America and stuff like that, so check that out. I've got Instagram page, just search Tommy Wood on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, and you can find me there. So
I'll link, again, same with Keegan. Tommy Wood will be somewhere around our crutch levels. That should pop up on screen nicely. I'm getting a phone call, but I'll answer that later. All right, so we're here at the, what's your samaki stand, Fishcraft versus...
And
X-Braid. Okay, yep. I did say versus. I am all over the shop. So we have you here, and you guys have released a few new lures this year, which has been pretty impressive. What has been your one favourite?
Yeah, so we've got a heap of new stuff out this year. Fishcraft has been sort of our side brand, and we're trying to get the name out a bit. So we're bringing out some cool new stuff. We've got a prawn as well as this big plastic. So this is the new Dr. Shad. They come in a 5-inch and a 6-inch size, and they come stock with stingers, this big beefy hook for the barra guys, and I think they retail for about $15 to $20. So
one a pack, two a pack?
One a pack. Yeah. So.
What's the bottom hook? What do we run on the bottom hook?
They're going to be owners.
They're going to be owners.
So
okay.
They're beefed up. There's such a good lure for the price, and it's just going to be really good for the barra
Now,
fishing.
if you just hold that up. Now, one thing I do notice about a big thing on. It just wants to focus on her face.
Yeah.
One thing we do notice about barra lures is see how the tail hangs a bit lower. That means it's a good plastic, because that means it's loose in the back, which gives it that body roll, gives it that tail action.
Yeah.
Tommy knows better than me. He's a much better barra angler than me. I just love lures, so I'm just a whore for lures. All right, the controversial question: your favourite product from the other stand?
I'd say probably the Crush City Rapala plastics. I reckon they're pretty good. They've got an awesome range. They feel great, so I think they're going to be pretty fun to play with.
There you go. That's 2 from 2 for Crush City. So well done, guys. You have got the endorsement so far. Now, the last question: live scope, yes or no?
Big yes.
Big
Love
yes.
it.
So now everyone's got their own opinion on it, but reduce your time finding fish and getting them on. Great for tournaments, great for social when you've got short time.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. You got to find the happy medium. When I first had it, I had it for about a year, and I couldn't find out how to use it as a tool rather than just a toy. I'd always use it in forward view, trying to look for fish, trying to keep the pole on it. As soon as I changed it to perspective, I could use it as a tool, and you don't run over fish. That's what I liked about it. Whereas side skiing, you drive straight over them. Here you can sit on the spot, present the lure properly. You can see the fish's reaction straight away, and just minimises that waste of time in the water. So.
Now, for me, I actually use it a lot for bass and brim and other things in the salt. I actually probably use it more to find the taper of the bank, to know my lure's running along it. Same goes with weed. Just what I do, but when I do go barra fishing, that's what I use it for.
Yeah.
I'm not adverse to it. I think it's a great tool, but I don't recommend it for new anglers and young anglers, because you're better to watch the water and learn that way.
Yeah, 100%. It's a big thing to learn, so...
So it's another tool in your kit. Don't rely on it, but it does work.
Yep, time and place.
Exactly. All right. Thanks, Tommy. Good to see you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Appreciate you being on the channel. Introduce yourself for those who don't know.
GT Buster on Instagram and YouTube.
And what else? There's another company as well besides Shimano that you have?
I own, or I'm part owner with Cast Mag or Cast Fishing, so get at that too. Check it out online.
And I mean, for those of you who may not know, but Cast was one of the starter points for me in riding and getting into a bit more media stuff. I had a blog. I wrote a blog back in the day, many years ago. Did things with words, and then wrote for the mag, and that kind of spurred on what I wanted to do next, which was bring everyone at home some learning tips, information, and what I can provide to help everyone catch more fish, because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. So, okay, back onto it. We're going to get to the questions. Also, Ben's stuff, where they should be just a link down below here. Yeah, somewhere there. Okay, Ben. Favourite product at the Shimano stand that's been released this year?
It'd have to be the new Shimano Stratic. It's been one of my favourite reels for a very long time, the Stratic. They're very well priced and just a good all-round reel, I reckon. It's good for the little ones. And also the good thing about it is this year they're going to run a comp. So if you're at AFTA, which this video will be posted after AFTA, but the person that wins the competition gets a chance to come fishing with me. When we're filming, we're going to do the new filming for the Stratic. So it's going to be a good call.
That's unreal. I'm a big fan of the Stratic. I run them, affordable. I can put them in the bottom of my kayak, throw them around, bank bash, do everything with them, and they don't die.
Exactly.
White Stratic lover?
What were they? The
I don't know.
F something.
Yeah.
That was probably the only model I didn't own.
You're kidding.
I had the FKs and the something before that and something before that, but the only model I'd never had one of was the white one. Mick Guthrie, the business partner, he always had the white one, but for some reason I didn't have the white one.
Oh, there you go.
Let's
Benny.
get it out of the doldrum something.
Benny never liked the white one. Let's get him one. Shimano, get him one.
Yeah,
get him one to use.
Yep.
All right, so the next question, which is, as I said, somewhat controversial. Your favourite other product released at AFTA that's not Shimano related?
It'd have to be the new Minn Kota Instinct. It's got a 100-inch shaft, so it's going to be perfectly suited for offshore. You don't want that electric jumping out of the water.
Yep.
And that'll be perfect from offshore, so I'll be hitting them up later in the year. BLA. Please give me a Minn Kota 100-inch shaft.
And that's particularly pertinent for you because you do a lot of stuff that's, I guess, in that chop, in that swell, off the heads. I'm not going to narrow down your spots because they're your spots, but...
Mainly offshore works.
Yeah.
That's my bread and butter. Offshore works my bread and butter. So.
That's it. And the last but not least question.
This is scary.
Live scope, yes or no?
Can we elaborate? Or just yes or no?
Yes or no, then elaborate.
I would say no at this stage. I'm so envious watching guys. Actually, I was watching Cabby Pascoe up at Yeppoon. Rocky smacking those massive barra, which is awesome. And it's pretty cool because they're watching the screen and seeing it actually take the fish. So I love watching people doing it and watching them smack Murray cod. I know it's really controversial at the moment on the Murray cod scene. People are carrying on both ways. I don't know. I just like the hunt, I suppose, and you can say that about using side scan and all that sort of stuff. I've really sort of blown this elaboration out, haven't I?
No, that's good because I do the same. I know for me, I like live scope because I do a lot of different places filming fishing, so I've got to cut down, narrow down areas and spots. I don't necessarily use it to chase the fish. I use it to find the spots and areas.
Yep.
But for Murray cod, barra, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to take it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to have fun. I've chased mini GTs on it, Queenies on it.
That'd be cool to see.
Golden Trevally on it.
Yep.
Just locally. So there's a wide range of things you can do with it. It's sight casting without sight casting, in my opinion. But the one thing I do lead with here, if you're new to fishing, and I said this in the last interview, I don't rate live scope. Learn the water. Learn everything, then progress up.
I try and do that offshore all the time. I've been offshore actually. The first time I took Brooksy offshore, Johnny Brooks. The first time I went offshore, on the way out, my sounder absolutely died, and we had no sounder that day. And he banged his first ever good Australian GT. Good when it's in 30-35 kilo, and he was amazed that we did it without a sounder. I think you can still do a lot of fishing without sounders even. I think sometimes we get a bit lazy with ourselves, I think, sometimes, and don't enjoy the challenge. And the challenge is what fishing is all about, I reckon.
I agree. As you guys... Oh, no, you won't know, but I've just filmed 4 jerkbaiting videos where I took the kayak out, my kayak doesn't have a sounder, banged them all.
Perfect.
And that's it.
That's the challenge of it.
All right. That's it, mate. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for having a yarn.
Magic.
So sick now. Yeah, it's a bit now. Alright, so we're still at Shimano because, I keep finding people I know and good people are good people.
Then you found me.
Yeah, pretty much. So, alright. Introduce yourself to everyone out there, who you are, where to find you and what you like doing.
Kris Hickson, rubbing off field climbing, zombie mining. What do I like? Fishing? What's your social? Oh, Fezmond.
Fezmond.
Yeah, at Fezmond.
Yeah.
I thought you meant 5 years in. like, hunt me down to my house.
You could go to his place, snuggle in bed with him.
So my address is number 7 and number 6.
Okay, so Fezmond, it's got to be like around crunch height because that's where my camera sits.
Oh,
Yeah. And okay, so we're at Shimano. What is your favourite product release this year?
well, my favourite product this year, there's a couple, but the number one, probably the sardine balls. So we've had a 150ml sardine ball.
Okay,
So my favourite release this year is the sardine balls. They're not a new release of sardine ball. They actually come out in the 150s a couple of years ago. It was one of me last year with the flash boost, which is awesome. To me, they're super versatile, used everywhere. Reef flats, long tails. They are a larger stick bait at 150ml. This year, got 130ml stick bait and 77 grams, so it's heavy. It's cast long, a long tail tuna, what I like to chase, or mackerel and anything like that. And especially the trout and salmon.
Yeah, okay.
These ones.
Yep.
Flash boost dinner.
Go hold that up. Show the people at home what they
Yeah,
see.
look.
I don't know if that's in focus. I'm sorry if it's not.
Once you touch your screen, you touch focus.
Touch it. Oh, it doesn't want to do
It's
it.
on my face.
I'll do a close up of it after. We'll do a close up after. And we'll just, I'll just
Quality
edit this and
TV
make it
here.
happen. Yeah, no, it's not. It's me. It's 100 bronze. You know, I'm crusty as anything. All right. So the controversial question of the day, which might get him in a bit of trouble, might not. Your favourite non-Shimano release this year?
I'd love to say that I've had a look around, but actually, you know what it is? Rock paint.
Yep.
Now, I know Live Scope, Active Target.
Sorry, man.
You're right. Yeah, so one place I've had a really good look at is Rock Paint. He's an engineer and he produces transducer poles in Australia.
Yep.
But he's brought in this set. So the guy's doing live scoping. This set with the lure and it actually makes your lure pop on the transducer so you can see it better.
Yep.
For me, that's a huge thing. So when you're trying to bring your lure past a fish, it illuminates more so you can see your lure better. And it just allows you to be able to target those isolated fish just that much more precisely. That 100% is my number one. Yeah, Rock Paint.
Yeah, Rock Paint. Okay, that's the first we've actually heard from that, which is cool. I like that. I haven't seen it yet, but this kind of leads into the next question. The next one on the statement. Live scope, yes or no?
100%.
And there you go, Fezmond, with the yes from the live scope.
Active target.
Active target. Sorry,
Well, that's what I use anyway.
live sounder technology.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. You got a yes. Most people have said yes so far, but as I said with everyone, live scope. If you're a newbie, if you're learning to fish, no. Learn how to fish first, then use live scope.
Well, it's just an evolution, right? First it was 2D transducers, then it's down scan, then it's side scan, and now the thing is with side scan, the big evolution was you were able to see fish where you could never see them before.
And people are sad about that.
They were off that first. Now we can not only see them but watch them. We can see their reactions. We can study what their habits are and their reactions to our presentations. And it's just another evolution. I'm excited to see where the hell it goes from here because I don't think it gets longer.
I'd agree there. There you go. Everyone has their own opinion on live scope, which I love. I actually like hearing from people who don't like it. Why? Because that's an interesting conversation. As long as you don't get too emotional or sad about it. We're adults. Anyway, okay, we're going to the next step. Well, I'm going to the next stand. He's going back to work. I'm just going to keep sweating and talking in front of a camera. Do I pick the right colour?
Nice.
All right, we're out.
Have fun.
We're still at Shimano. I was going to go to another stand, but we ran into
the best stand.
we ran into this fellow over here. Okay, tell us who you are, what you do, where people can find you.
Guys, how are you? My name's Arnold. I'm with Team Shimano. I live in Airlie Beach. My socials, you can find me on Arnie 1878. All the updated fishing financials that I get up to.
Rumour has it you were born in 1878.
It is, yes. When Instagram first came out, I wasn't maybe really full name. And just stuck my first name. So very basic, mate.
Perfect. All right, so we are here with his favourite product.
Yes.
And what do we have?
Mate, we've got the Conquest 10 to 17 pound. It's a great little barrel rod. All my pros to use with Greeks and stuff like that.
Conquest. Okay, so being a Conquest, that's the Loomis and
range.
Shimano.
Yep.
It's a Loomis Shimano together.
Shimano, yeah, absolutely.
Now, I've recently just bought 2 new Conquests. Would that be the perfect rod for a 200 size Connie?
Mate, 150, 200, absolutely.
Unreal. Alright, next question, which is my favourite. Well, second favourite. The last one can be a bit spicy, but favourite non-Shimano release of this year's AFTA?
Ooh, mate, I'm going to say those new prawns.
Which brand?
The ones over there, the fish craft. That's one. Quite a unique little design underneath them. Yeah, I think they're going to do really well. I think I'm going to try and
Navifi,
I think so.
Jack Sparrow, everything.
I think anything that's a prawn's going to love these things.
You reckon you could potentially get a cold trap?
Oh, 100%, mate. Nothing's off limits.
Nothing. All right, good. Sooty?
Sooty, look, I'd say yes.
JP?
JP, I think JP is anything. Toga, yes.
Have it here. Anything will eat that. Okay.
Anything will eat prawns.
And the last one, live scope, yes or no?
100% yes.
Okay, expand.
Reason being because, I mean, look, things are changing. We're evolving, things are getting better. Lures becoming more, diverse and more markets. So it's just a general thing where, mono went to braid. Those evolution of things we're changing. We're getting better with that technology.
Perfect. Sorry about those individuals walking through. They clearly can't see a red light. Sorry if that was you. I'm not being rude. I'm just bantering. All right. So Arnie's socials would have just flopped up down there, which is crutch height. So flopped just makes sense, right? Hopped up down there. And until next time.
Mate, thank you so much, guys.
See you, mate.
You too, buddy.
Go do some other things.
Enjoy the show.
I might get to another stand next. Who knows?
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
All right, so it turns out I haven't left. Turns out I haven't left Shimano stand because I ran into. Well, if you don't know him,
I'm John from My Lure Box.
Now, John, where can people find you?
At mylurebox.com.au, but mostly on YouTube, mate.
Yeah, sweet. Sweet. So all that's going to be crutch height again. It just seems to be where I'm going to put stuff. All right, so we're at Shimano.
Yep.
You do a little bit of work with Shimano on the YouTube side of things.
Yeah.
Obviously, great product, great stuff. What's your favourite release of theirs at the show?
There's a couple of things, but this little Ligon from Shimano this year, it's a tiny little popper, and I think for Trevally and Brim and Bass, it's going to be fire.
I would have to agree with you there. That's probably one of the lures I really like seeing so far.
Right.
I haven't seen many others.
A little flash boost.
Little flash. There we go. I don't know if it's going to focus, but I'll get a close up of it.
Cool. Maybe overlay some footage over that.
Yeah, we'll get the close up there. All right. Your favourite non-Shimano release at AFTA this year?
I've just rolled in, so I haven't had a good look around. But
he did go to...
I've been to the Best in Show pre-show.
Yep.
So at the Best in Show pre-show, I love what Rapala's bringing with some soft plastics this year.
Yep.
I've had a chance to fish them just yesterday, and we got a ton of flathead. But yeah, it's that I'm excited about. In terms of reels, I'm excited about the Stratic.
Yep.
There's some new features on the Stratic which I'm excited about. Oh, that's Shimano product. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all good. That's all good. We're just here having a chat. That's what I want. I want you to have a chat.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing. We're not. This is not a advertisement thing. This is a people having a chat.
Yeah.
Because we're all fishermen. We all like different products. Maybe not with the brands we're affiliated with or sponsored by or work for.
Yeah.
I certainly have that. Okay.
The other one is a Nomad designed, a tiny little.
The little.
A little vibe. Yeah, it's a little like a squid track, so 55 squid tracks. That's going to be pretty cool too.
Unreal. I'm actually pretty keen to have a look at that. I haven't seen it yet. I've been doing these things.
Right.
All right, and then the last one we've got is live scope. Yes or no?
Not yet. But I have to do it because of the technology. You have to try. Like, I think you've got to give it a try.
Yeah.
I've done it once. Boy, it's addictive.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So
That's it.
It's coming.
Yeah. It's coming. The little rig's gonna have one. All right. Appreciate your time. Good to see you again,
My
mate.
pleasure, mate. Nice
And
to
we
see
will do things at a later day.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard we're gonna go have a long chat soon at something that might be released soon.
Oh, mate, I'm super keen for something like that.
Yeah.
We can definitely do that.
That's just the teaser for this as well. So if he wants that in, I'll leave it. If not, I'll delete it.
See a bit more of us together in long form in the future.
Exactly. All right. Good to see you, mate. Appreciate it.
Nice to see you.
So we finally got out of the Shimano stand after seeing absolutely everyone there. So we made it to Rapala. Now, in the Rapala stand, I am with
Matthew Langford.
and where can we find you, Matty?
I live in Kingaroy in southeast Queensland.
Socials?
So Matthew Langford Australian Fishing on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram.
Yep. And you're a guy guiding service for Aussie Bass?
Yeah, it's Australian Freshwater Fishing Charters, and yeah, I've got bass, little bellies.
Now, if you want to fish with an absolute hammer who knows his stuff on Aussie Bass, Koga, Yellow Belly, any dam in southeast Queensland really, he's your guy. He is absolutely your guy. He knows way more than you'll probably ever know because he spends his time doing it. That's what happens when you spend time on the water, dedicating your life to it. Now, the question, which everybody seems to be loving, favourite lure release for Rapala?
Yeah, favourite lure release for me is the Crush City Imposter, so the prawn. It's they actually won best soft lure last night at the AFTA awards night. So yeah, just really wicked new design. It's got an awesome little action in the legs.
Yep.
It's got a little paddle tail, and the tail's actually buoyant. So when it's sitting on the bottom, it's got it just looks like.
Now, I'm a big fan of a prawn lure. They catch absolutely anything that's ever, including bass. Bass in the salt love them. This is brackish. So that's your favourite lure. Have you been using it at all?
The Imposter I've been using a little bit, but I've also been using the Suspect, which is like a 2.5-inch paddle tail as well. Yeah, so it's behind us, but yeah, it's been really good as well.
Unreal. Okay, so talk about your favourite release here. Your favourite non-Rapala branded release at the show?
Probably my favourite non-Rapala. There's a couple. I like the samaki. They've done a prawn as well.
Yep.
Samaki's also done a like a barrel paddle tail as well.
Yep, the big one with the stinger free rig.
Yep, and then I've got to go another favourite of mine too, the Bassman 589.
And that would be because you do it with Bassman as well. But also Bassman are Aussie made, Aussie designed, absolute shit, brilliant.
Yeah, Samaki's got some really good.
Perfect. Alright, then the last question, which can be controversial, live scope, yes or no?
Yes, I like it. I've learned a lot using it.
Won a few competitions with it?
Won a few tournaments with it as well, but if the technology's there, why not?
I completely agree. New fishermen getting into fishing, would you recommend live scope, yes or no?
I would get familiar with it because it is going to be something in the future that people have got access to.
Yep.
But I think people can make up their own minds with it. But I've learnt more watching live scope in the last 2 years than I've learnt, for a long time without being able to see it. So yeah,
there you go, heard it first. Personally, I'm a fan of learning the water without it first. We're all different, we all have different views and opinions, which is what makes us all great. And we all like catching fish different ways. Again, part of the fun. So, thank you for your time, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you around. Just make sure I can sync the sound. Alright, so I've managed to find another individual willing to talk to the camera at Rapala. So, let's go from the start. Who are you? What do you do? And where can people find you on socials if you do socials?
Yeah, I'm Mick Johnson. You can find me at Mick Johnson Fishing. Probably the best place to get us. And from Chinchilla. And
Tournament angler.
Yeah, tournament angler. Do me fishing thing. Love me freshwater fishing.
Yep.
And yeah, here at AFTA 2023.
That's it. Another AFTA, another year, right? All right. So we're going to go with what has been your favourite release at the Rapala stand this year.
Favourite release this year would have to be the Jabberjaw, the 13 fishing Jabberjaw. Been using it a lot in the Western Rivers, and yeah, just become really familiar with it. And it's a good product that just catches a wide range of fish, and it's been going really good.
Have you managed to get out in the salt or see anyone throw it in the salt?
Been talking to a heap of people from the salt, but no, I don't get at the salt too often.
Yeah. Okay, so Western Rivers, so yellowbelly, cod, and getting into the bass scene with it at all?
Not so much at the moment. It's just been using it a lot in the rivers as such. Great little crankbait for that really rough. The rougher the better, and this stuff just these jabberjaws just walk through it. So it's been really good.
Perfect.
Really good for that kind of stuff.
Unreal. All right, the old controversial question while I'm at someone else's stand, but favourite non-Rapala release?
I'd have to say the Shimano Stratic.
What, 2500 goes in your arsenal, or are you 1000?
Nah, I'm a 2500 man,
Yeah. No deep rolling grubs at Glenbourne on the old 1000?
No, I do, but I probably use more the 2500s, yeah.
And as everyone knows who do watch this video for me, that's what I tend to go towards. I've currently got 2 on 2 of my rods, and there's probably going to be more because who doesn't need another reel? And the last question, live scope, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. And for a new fishing individual and angler, what would you recommend? Go into it with live scope or without?
I think if you can afford it, go into it. It's one of them things, if the technology's there, go use it. If you can afford to use it, go get it.
And that's it. Everyone knows my opinion on it because I've said it a few times. I love live scope. I recommend learning without it just to start with, to learn, but it does show you a lot more than what you'll ever see without it. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. And
No worries.
Good luck on the season.
You're welcome.
Number two on.
You're number 2, yeah, not for long, yeah.
Not for long. Knock him off.
We're going to knock him off, yeah.
Just baseball bat to the leg. I'm sure Langers doesn't need it.
Yeah, no. He's got weak little legs.
All right, perfect. So we've gone from Rapala, now we're over at Daiwa here, and, well, who have we got?
Tommy Slater.
And where can people find you on socials, YouTube, anywhere else?
So just at Tommy Slats, that'll be Facebook, Instagram, and then Daiwa Fishing YouTube. We've put plenty of videos up there.
Yep, sweet as. All right, so same question I've asked everyone. What is your favourite product that you guys have released this year?
So brand new in-feet rods. So redeveloped from the ground up. 712 LFS EX range, that's my favourite. Good all-round, do everything light tackle spin rod, that's my favourite.
Yep. Any particular technique work best with that, like cranking, jerking, anything else?
So I like it for soft plastic, so lightweight, like a 16th, 12th, something like that. Little 2.5-inch minnow, 2.5-inch grub in the bait junkies, and hold on.
Yeah, sweet. All right, the controversial one, favourite non-Daiwa release product at AFTA this year?
So actually, easy answer for me, the Bubba Fishing tournament scales. Been looking for a good pair of scales for ages, and I saw them. Love them, absolutely awesome.
Yep, that's been my favourite as well. I've actually watched them come out at iCast and was like, I need this.
I need that. I've gone and ordered one myself. So.
I 100% thought I was going to have to import it, so I am stoked to see it.
Yeah, that's can't wait for that to arrive. That's going to be heaps easier doing upgrading now.
Oh yeah, and for me, I don't fish many tournaments these days because time, money, and space.
Yep.
But I do like having tournaments on my channel, so I think I'll add that to my staple for a bit of fun. Sure. Lets me know how much I'll lose by when I take people out on my boat. The last question, live scope, yes or no?
I'm a yes. I've got Humminbird on my boat, the Mega Live, and just interesting watching how the fish react to it, learning about the fish. You learn a lot looking at that stuff, so I think it's great.
Yep, definitely. All right, thanks Tommy, appreciate your time. Enjoy, have a good day.
Thank you.
Still at Daiwa. Found another bearded individual though, this time. The man himself, the lure designer from hell. I don't know what else I can say about him, just things and words and stuff. But all right, who are you? What do you do? What are your socials?
My name's Kris Hickson. I love fishing, and that's why I'm here. I actually, I do have a little bit of input into quite a lot of the Daiwa stuff these days. I'm really enjoying the lure design process. Historically, just been a tournament angler / normal fisherman, and worked in retail at my old man's business. But now I give the guys a bit of a hand here to hopefully come up with some good ideas and stuff that's going to be a bit different and catch more fish. Yeah.
Someone's got to have them. We're probably standing in front of something that could be controversial for me because it's bait junkie and I just don't use them at all. And I, you know...
Can't all be cool, can we?
No, and we all know I'm not, so that's fine. All right, so first question off the ranks is, what is your favourite release from Daiwa this year at this year's AFTA?
Aside from a couple of the rods and reels, like the Exist's just an animal. Like that thing is the most stunning reel that's ever been produced.
It's
but
a sports car.
It's well out of my league. I break stuff, and that's way too expensive for me to break. So to be honest, man, the Frog, Kicker Curly, the big one. The first sample Kicker Curlies we got in were these guys. It was the bigger one. Maybe 3 years ago. Had a couple of samples out of Japan. Caught fish on them straight away. They were sick, and then we did the little one. I'm like, that's awesome. But can we please do the big one? I want to be able to catch cod and stuff on it as well, and now we have it.
So that's often a misconception I find for bass anglers to go small. Small's not always better.
No, not always.
It works. Man. Dams, I would go smaller, but rivers and stuff, I like throwing big lures because I'm finding the big hungry fish, the ones that are acting and reacting to a bite, which is why I throw buzz baits quite a bit, to be honest.
You've got to wake them up.
Exactly. So this Frog, any specifications on it? How big, how heavy?
I honestly don't know the weight. I don't even know what size. I think it's like a 4.2 or something they ended up calling it. It's just a bit bigger Kicker Curly than the original one. You can put a decent hook in it. I'll probably run like a 3.0 or a 4.0 worm hook in that. I like a big hook because the bass has got a decent sized mouth. And essentially, it's going to be a great bass lure. The little ones are awesome when they're there and they can find it. But in those times when it's rough or they really don't want to come out, you need something to drag them out. So that's the bait that's going to do it. But then I can also keep a pack in the cod box. You can go and probably catch a barra. Or everything on it. So, and to be
coral trout.
Yeah, that too. I was going to say the one thing that people don't use them for probably enough. It's a double tail for flatties, man. Yeah. They love them. They really do like them. So, love it.
Have you caught brim on them?
I've caught them on the little Kicker Curly. Yeah, I have. Actually, I was trying to catch a jack on it, but then I caught brim on it instead. So,
textbook brim.
Everything eats a frog.
Still can't catch a brim on a buzzbait, though. I've had that many hits and miss. Anyway, I'm digressing here. That's not why we're here. Not about my average angling skills. Okay, next question. Favourite non-Daiwa product released at the show?
Oh, it's actually a really hard one. So, since the last trade show where Daiwa really had a push on our innovative product and trying to get things moving, everyone's had a crack. Like, everyone's put the hammer down and started to do their own. And it seemed like Japan and the US development slowed a little. And there's just so many copies and the same thing redone. But it seems like the Aussies have taken that on board and like, oh, well, we'll do it. It's our turn. So, in saying that, probably my favourite little one, talking bass again, because I've just got an itch for them. It's been that long since we've caught them. The little Jackal swing Mikey, I think it is, the 75 or 72 mil. Such a cool looking little bait, hey. Like, I really like that. And to be honest, it's nothing amazing. It's not a huge difference, but it's just cool. But as I said, it's tough, man. There's a heap of good new baits, new rods and reels, new gear. There's so much out there now.
I mean, we've even got Yeti here this year, and people know I love a good Yeti cooler.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, so whatever you like in fishing, it's at this show at the moment. So.
Exactly, which is why we're here. We all love fishing, which leads me to the last question, because it's controversial at the moment, and no one really actually cares. Live scope, yes or no?
If you like it, yep. If you don't, no. Personally, being a tournament angler, you've got to use it. Yeah. Like, I don't have an option.
It's a tool you're going to use to catch fine fish in a shorter period of time, which for those of us who want to catch bulk fish or more fish in a short period of time on a weekend or something, it's quite useful for the weekend angler.
It's an amazing tool, not much different to a drone. For me personally, hate it. I don't like electronics at all. The last two brim tournaments I did, I think I pre-fished with the finders on. The Hawkesbury, I had the finders on the first day, had live on the boat as well, and I just found it wasting me too much time, so I turned everything off, went cold turkey, and fished by sight the whole time.
And what'd you finish?
I think I was like 3rd and 4th or 5th, so it's still up there.
And that's
the last 3 tournaments, because Malakura I won, and I didn't turn the sounder on there either.
And that goes to show you don't always need technology. It will help, it won't help. I go kayak fishing a lot by myself without any technology because I like to re-watch the water to get myself in the mind of finding the fish without it. You don't need it. It's nice to have. Turn it off if you're not using it.
Exactly right. And as I said, it's an unbelievable tool. Like, it is.
Same.
If you have to use it if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Do I want to spend the time figuring out how to use it? Not really. I just want to go fishing. I don't get to go enough to do that stuff, so I just want to put the boat in or go for a walk and catch some fish. But it's one of those things I'm going to have to do.
There's stuff going on here. I don't know. Someone's giving away something. What are you giving away?
Everyone, nothing. Kick a curly. That's it.
All right. Easy as. All right. Thank you very much, Kris. Good to see you, mate.
Easy now, brother.
Next CMC, right? You love country music now?
Man, I'll be there.
Yeah.
For the beers.
For the beers.
Yeah.
All right. I am out to the next stand. I don't know where I'm going from here, but we're going to have fun. Go find someone else from social medias or tournament. What's the next stand?
Handcrafts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 110 Blindmouth.
Yep.
148.
Good. Yourself? No, you're all right. No, you're all good.
All right. I'm not going to be blunt about it. Not going to be blunt. I am going to be blunt about it. I am at probably the most controversial stand this year in fishing, both Australia and America. Pure fishing stand. Now, the stand apparently. I'm here with, what is your name? What do you do? Where are you from?
Fredo, Coastal Chaos Adventures on YouTube. Fraser Island's my backyard. And 9 to 5 and YouTube on the side.
Much like myself, except way more successful because he does cool stuff off the beach with the shark, and he's got a missus that knows how to edit. He does most of the editing. He does most of it. Anyway, so his socials and everything are down here. He does some cool stuff offshore, inshore, beach shore, everything really. He has a swing at everything. So, what is your favourite release from the Pure Fishing stand?
Pure Fishing is, as you said, a little bit controversial in some aspect.
Nah, we're just rolling with it.
Yeah.
We're just rolling.
That's life.
We're just rolling. We just keep going.
Yeah.
Look, we're just going to make sure. Yeah, you're still in focus. You're all good. Doesn't matter. We're just doing it.
Yeah. No, as you said, a little bit controversial, but in my eyes, I reckon this is the best thing since sliced bread. So this is the Nessie, the Berkeley new release. It's not on the shelves yet. It will be soon. So this is the actual first look. Brush tail, soft, segmented swim bait with possibly one of the nicest slow sinking actions I've seen in a lure of this size. So we've obviously got the luxury of the massive Berkeley tank with all the live barrier in it. We can see how fish react to all the new lures, and this one has caught my eye the moment it slapped on the water. So this is what I'm currently in love with, and I can't wait to get my hot little hands on it because they won't let me yet. So
that was going to be my next question. How many barra have you caught on it, and how big have they been?
0. 0 at the moment. But no, as soon as it's available, this will be. As soon as it's available, this will be my number one. Don't you worry. Go to. But I don't know. Unreal action.
Unreal. As you can see, this is a very unprofessional, filming because we're rolling with the punches. It's good. It's busy. People are here. People love tackle.
Yeah.
It's what we're doing. It's why we do it. We want to see people catch fish and using products and having a good time.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Now, the next question, which is actually probably one of my most controversial questions for you at the controversial stand. Okay, so your favourite non-pure fishing release at this year's AFTA?
Was the Wilson heavy tackle game rods. So if you go up and have a look at them, they are a work of art, man. A work of art. They've got a set of roller guides on them I've never seen in my life. I don't even know where they come from. They look like they're from bloody Germany or somewhere. But just the finish, it just looks classy, beastie. It ticks all my boxes when it comes to,
Because that'd work well for your shark fishing, your marlin.
Yeah, well, I'm just getting into heavy tackle marlin fishing, and I've always been a fan of the big gear, but it's hard to make big gear look nice because it's all so similar.
Yep.
So when I saw that, it just jumped out because it was so kind of different.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So that's the first one we've had on big tackle, so I appreciate that one. And then the last question, which is controversial to some people, and as you know, I don't actually really care at all, but it's fun to ask. Live scope, yes or no?
Yes, and I own it personally. Has changed the way I fish for one species only, and I only bought it for one species, and that's barra, saltwater barra, not impoundment. Impoundment really don't need it in my eyes, but when it comes to salt barra, it's turned me from a single-digit fisherman into a double-digit. So yeah, well worth it for particular fish, but I don't use it for anything but that.
Yep, no, that's cool, and that's what I appreciate. I'm by the opinion that it's a great tool to use if you can use it. It's not cheap, but it's also not expensive if you don't necessarily buy new to teach yourself how to use it. But also, I put people in the boat to learn about fishing first before you buy it, because you can learn to read the water. A lot of guys are saying, nope, if you can afford it, get it straight up because you'll learn more quicker. I also agree with that, but I'm the fan of not using technology when I don't have to.
Yeah, catch-22, man. You've got to learn the basics.
Exactly.
And if you rely on tech, the moment it fails or stuffs up on a trip, you got nothing to fall back on. So, yeah.
And that's it. That is exactly it. Well, thank you very much, Brett, for your time, and I appreciate you living with the banter and having a good time with me.
No worries, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, this may be the last one. This may be the last stand. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?